What is up, everybody? We are here on school tour.
That's right.
And we are happy to be able to do this with you guys.
We've never done a school tour podcast before.
No, we haven't. But I'm Nicholas.
I'm Clayton.
And I'm Christian.
And welcome to the Three Heath Brothers Podcast.
Welcome to the Three Heath Brothers Podcast. We've got Christian, Clayton, Nicholas too. All right. Boy, oh boy, have we got a show for you. Welcome to the Three Heath Brothers Podcast. That's what you're listening to.
Oh, we are back, guys.
Yo.
And,
Yo. We are on school tour right now. How many shows have we done, boys? How many
We've
shows
done
have we done?
8 shows so far in
we have
4
two
days.
more tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
tomorrow.
but a lot has
dear.
been going on. We've had a great week so far.
And we got this nice table right here.
Yeah, okay. So, fun fact, should we just go ahead and tell them where we are and why this is kind of special? I walked in and Nicholas was like, "Hey, did you hear who came from this school at this gymnasium?" And he said Jordan Smith. I didn't even know he grew up in Kentucky. But Jordan Smith, he
won The Voice.
Yeah.
Very good singer, very talented guy.
It's pretty crazy,
with
actually.
Tommy
So,
Crawford
and
as
actually,
well.
so like right here, here's his signature right here.
No, it's
Jordan.
not. But anyways,
that'd be crazy. That'd be
we've
I did
always
not see
admired
that.
him because of his voice, his vocal ability, and he apparently went to school here from like K through 8th grade.
Like he's sticking with his spiritual life, and I think that's really, really cool as well.
Yeah, a few other different things happened. I had a girl shout out yesterday at a middle school thing. I love you, Nicholas.
You kids, these kids in the public schools, whether they were elementary or high school or teenagers, whatever.
Maybe it was a friendship love. Maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
probably.
she
Y'all
meant.
have been great, and okay, I was gonna wait till later, but I know I'm gonna forget to. So the comment sections recently on our videos, we were just like going through the comments because after these public school shows, they go on our music videos and they'll like start commenting like on the podcast or the Into the Deep music video. So bro, we started reading some, and I'll just read a few for you guys. Some are very, very sweet. Like this one, like is really like spiritually actually encouraging. It says, "Thanks for coming. I loved y'all, and I'm a fan now. You encouraged me to be saved. Thank you so much." Something about getting a picture or something like that. Anyway, so stuff like that just melts your heart, and then you just keep going. And some of them are pretty funny. It says, "Hey yo, I was at the score, the one that you gave the half of to. I love your music, bro." And yo, that was like a banger top like a banger. But the sad part is the one that was talking down the other part, he didn't give me a half hour. So tell him that I said hello at least. So yeah, that was from
and so
Gabriel.
a lot of these kids, they're on drugs.
No, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. No, Gabriel is sober. Hey, thanks for coming to my school. I agree,
Is
Clayton.
it called sober when you're not on drugs? I think that's a whole different thing. I think you're just not high. Like, yeah. So I knew that. Sober's when you're not drunk, but what about when you're not high? Is that considered? I know there's a word for it, but I can't. No.
Dude, but some of these were great. Like someone was like, it said, "Hey, I'm from BME or BME, and if you're wondering who I am, you probably not, but if you am," dude, the language is what gets me. It's the grammar. I'm the kid that held the door open, and so I think I know who it is.
The kid that held the door open.
Thank you for doing that.
No, his name was Potato Man.
You potato man.
Potato Man.
I'm not even joking, y'all. This is legit. Also wanted to say them high notes was amazing, and the person who played the drums, I was the one with bright orange hair. Well, part of it. That's all we got.
Okay, all right. So what made me think of this today was we've been doing this a while. I think this is our 6th year doing public schools.
Praise the Lord. That's crazy.
I remember last year, the week before the Super Bowl, and
That was funny.
And it was the whole like Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift whole thing, and everybody was wearing these jerseys and everything.
Yeah.
And then we go this year, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And I really think that's a testament.
I did see a kid with the Chiefs jersey on, like repping it, but I mean,
What a sad little
and
boy.
it's crazy.
I'm kidding.
And it's crazy. Of course, now that this podcast is out, we all know that the Chiefs won.
We haven't
but-
even. This podcast will not release until after the Super Bowl, but I will tell you this: the Chiefs, mark my words, will win. Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce will announce his retirement.
Wouldn't it be so funny if you were actually wrong, though?
that'd be so funny.
It would be okay if the Eagles won. Comment down below, okay?
Yeah.
But I
Tell
will
us
say
how-
this: the play calls, and I don't even pay attention to football. Like I don't really care, anyways.
right.
But I will say, it is absolutely stupid. Like some of these,
That's all he went.
some of these like play calls, it just feels very rigged.
Yeah, it's,
But we'll see. I know Lauren Daigle is going to be performing there. Yeah, so
Oh, yeah,
shout
she
out.
did a great job. She did a great job.
no way.
Guys, we already know she's gonna do a great job. So we're just gonna, she did great. Wasn't that great?
So
Sunday?
shout
When
out
that-
to
dude,
Lauren.
when
Her
her
mic dropped out.
Yeah.
That was so crazy.
Oh, dude, I think she was trying to copy Carrie Underwood. Anyway,
Yeah, she's trying to make the sound drop out, and then I'll do it
Yeah.
a cappella. So
Yeah.
Post Malone did it last year, and he did a very good job.
Jordan Smith could have done like a banger job
Yeah,
of America the
he could've.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think they should have him do it next year.
Or us. I mean, hello.
Problem is they don't pay the artist.
We cost too much.
Yeah, the problem is they don't pay the artist.
yeah, that's their whole back. That holds us back. But
Yeah, they actually wanted us to do something with Snoop, and we said, we can't do that.
Don't mention Snoop on this podcast. Don't mention.
dude, I love Charlie Brown. I love Charlie
Yeah, Snoopy! Anyways, but it's been good
Hey.
so far. We've eaten a lot of Hardee's.
We've eaten what is it? Jax's?
Racks.
Racks.
It's called
in
Racks.
Kentucky.
It's like Arby's, but they don't have Arby's sauce.
Oh, we need to
It was really
mention
good.
we need to mention this because one of the schools we went to, it was so sweet. These kids, when we arrived at the school, we started singing and they started holding up these pictures.
That is awesome. Could we keep this? Are you sure? That is so Oh, thank you so much.
And I think we actually have some here. I don't know which ones are which. This one is from
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie did Smell of Smoke. Look at this.
Y'all, this is kind of crazy for us because like we've never seen this school before, and I get somehow these kids.
And she had a t-shirt, one of our t-shirts on.
I
and
know,
everything.
I know. It was
Your
crazy.
biggest fan, Charlie.
yeah.
This song was one of my favorite songs.
That's so cool. And then
I
Into
have
the
watched you
Deep-
guys for 6 years. See, that's what's wild is we didn't even go to school 6 years ago, and she's been watching us for 6 years.
Well, good luck,
There's
Charlie.
more, guys. Thank you for all this fan mail. I say fan mail. We got it from you from the schools, and very, very sweet.
Now I want to see that she has their top 3 songs. I was looking at this one yesterday. She has the top 3 songs somewhere. Favorite songs: number 1, "Smell of Smoke." Number 2, "End of the Beginning." Number 3, "We Believe." Plus
wow.
God.
Plus
That's
God.
very good.
That's
This
really
is Josie. Her
Josie.
name is
Josie.
Josie. It was Josie and Charlie. Shout
we
out to
gotta show
these
the other
girls.
ones too. We might
And
as well.
yeah. There
Thank
were
you,
some other
guys.
beautiful paintings.
Thank you all
or
so
paintings.
much.
And my favorite part about this one is made by. This is Maddie, your third biggest fan. So I think Charlie was the first biggest fan, and then Josie was the second biggest, and then Maddie is the third biggest fan.
Thank you for your
And
dedication.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you guys. But that doesn't mean that some of you watching this claim to be our biggest fans, and so we want to say, shout out to
You're
you guys
all our
too.
biggest fans. We appreciate every
and
single
friends.
one of you.
I don't even like the word fans because it's like,
right.
oh, the fans,
No.
and it's like we really see
Your
you guys as
family.
like
Your family.
your friends,
Right.
and
Your
so
family.
we family. That's funny. That's funny. So, but we really love and appreciate you guys and your support. Okay, guys, I need to take a break and share something with you guys, okay? So, not on YouTube, okay, on all the other places. I just found out that our podcast has received over 5,000 podcast downloads.
That's worth celebrating.
That may not seem like a lot, but it has nothing to do with the YouTube video that we typically. A lot of people watch it on YouTube, and honestly, we highly recommend watching it on YouTube. But if you're driving and stuff, it's a lot easier to do Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. So we want to say thank you for 5,000 podcast downloads on everything else, Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that stuff.
What do you call it? What do you call
If
it?
you guys could comment, if we could have an army of you guys comment down below the podcast on every single episode, every time we post it, that would be a huge help. And tell all your friends and family about it, because we got to surpass some of these other big podcasts,
Now, for our next segment, we want to show you guys just why we chose music as our profession and not basketball.
Yeah, I don't know if this is
Welcome to 3HB Knockout.
Hi, we're Dude Perfect, and this is called a backwards half court shot.
Dude, if you make this.
He hit the ceiling.
Dude, he put a dent in it. Shoot.
And 3, here we go. 1. And you make it. Come on. Oh, shoot. No, I got it. He's out. No. It was me. Replay the clip. I made it. It was me.
That was dumb. I think that was my ball that went in. Hey, Siri Fair, he's been warming up for like the past. Yes, you have. You've been warming up.
See?
That was pretty good. All right, bring it back here for our lovely viewers.
Okay.
We are not good at basketball. Actually, Nicholas and Christian are not that
No,
bad.
I stink at basketball, but I won. For some reason I can always do like the free throw things with knockout. But if you're listening and not watching this, we went and played a little
Knockout.
game of knockout. I am so out of shape. Oh my word.
Yeah.
But knockout. I had it all. I had a whole thing prepared. I was gonna be like, golf is my sport, basketball isn't. Like that's why I lost, but I won.
We grew up playing baseball. We didn't grow up playing basketball. So
Yeah,
we are much
yeah.
better at baseball than we are, and our form is way better.
If you would say we were still good at baseball, but
not really anymore. Me because I golf now, and so
Yeah.
when you do golf, you have to shift your weight weird, and it kind of messes up your baseball
Yeah.
or your softball swing.
it's crazy. Can I say probably the craziest, most exciting part of going on school tour is, and I'm not saying like this is something that we'd encourage everyone to do. It just happens whenever we are in a Walmart parking lot or at any parking lot, and we will basically just be sitting there. And people will, I kid you not, come up and knock on the bus door and ask for a picture and autograph. It's so sweet. It really means the world to us. We have parents come with kids and families. It's really heartwarming to see it all happen. But I told Landon, I said, bro, we're probably going to have somebody come by Walmart in the Walmart parking lot and maybe ask for a picture or something like that.
The first
day, this dude pulls up in a white truck and he's like, can you guys sign my truck?
So first of all, he talked to me first. You guys were in the bus still, and I was headed to a Mexican restaurant. So we were technically not at Walmart at that point. But
This wasn't in the Walmart parking lot?
nope, that was not in the Walmart parking lot.
Another faulty of living on the bus. You have no clue where you are half the time, but it's
So
okay.
anyways, so I get out and I'm walking towards the Mexican restaurant. I'm like probably 100 feet away from heaven. And this guy drives by with his wife, and they had just gone to the grocery store or something. And he says, hey, how you doing? What are you guys doing up here or whatever? And then he said, would you sign the hood of my truck? And so I
Wow.
went, and I was like, you know what? Sure.
See,
so I go and get
that's
the twins.
crazy.
And we'll show you the video. Let's show the video here.
All right, here we go. You want this? You sure? Why should you do it that big, bro? No, I gotta do it big. Wow.
Oh, my word.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, my word.
Mercy day.
I've never done that before.
So Nicholas, he runs up the steps, and me and Christian are about ready to get out to go to the at the Mexican place, and Nicholas runs up the steps. He's like, Christian, Clay, come here. We need to sign a truck. I couldn't believe it. And then Nicholas signs so big.
I told him not to sign that big.
I literally.
That's a first. Another thing that happened, and y'all, I'm not even joking. It happens every single day. Another one that happened was a little girl came by with her dad, and she gave us these Girl Scout cookies, and it was very, very
She
sweet.
gave us a lot of Girl Scout
It was very
cookies.
sweet, and
Yeah.
she was selling them, but she gave them to us, and it was very sweet. She was a
Yes.
fan of our music as
So
well.
if you ever see our bus and you have Girl Scout cookies.
We're totally kidding, but no, it was very, very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
But,
well, now it's time for our next segment, which is
Question
And
answer.
I sure hope we have enough service to actually read all these.
we are in the sticks. Let me tell you, we're in the gym, but we've
Oh,
been in the
we
woods.
have none.
Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
they popped up. They popped up. It literally said none, or it didn't say literally. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry. What's your favorite and least favorite thing about being twins? Oh,
That's a new one.
that's a great
That's a good
question.
question.
Favorite thing? I get to live with my best friend. Least favorite thing? I have to live with my best friend.
Wow, that's pretty accurate.
And of course, when I say live, I mean separate beds, obviously, and all that. But I'm sorry, I just had to clarify. We're brothers. Anyway, we have a bunk beds, or we did. Now we don't.
Anyways.
I would say my favorite. I love. We like the same things. That's kind of cool, but the problem is we like the same things.
Yeah,
And so
no, legit. We actually, the same
But-
foods, the same.
Women.
actually pretty accurate.
I'll take that out.
I saw her first.
She's
She is mine.
She's mine, Danny.
Gotta get that cheese, Danny.
The weirdest thing that happened to us as twins is whenever we won't even look at each other, but
We won't even look each other.
But we'll start singing the same song, the exact same time, in the exact same key. That is probably the creepiest of moments.
And is Nicholas always that goofy, or is it lack of sleep? LOL.
No, he's just that goofy.
No, Nicholas. I think Nicholas is like, oh, we were just having this conversation with Landon, because he was describing us as like Dude Perfect members. Like, how would you describe each individual? So they've discovered Nicholas is like Cody, which 100% is
That
true.
makes sense.
Like the clown, but yet like he's a goofball. So then I was like, okay, who do you think Christian is? And he's described. And comment down below who you think we are as far as like the Dude Perfect members. He thinks Christian
Is Garrett.
is Garrett, Purple Hoser.
Yeah.
And which is so interesting to me because I don't see it. Christian has a full head of hair. And then me, it was a toss up, I guess, between either Corey or Tyler. Anyway, but yeah, Nicholas is
I think
very.
you mean Cody or Kobe.
I don't know. I don't know all their names. I feel bad.
Anyways, moving on.
But yeah, Nicholas, what would you say? Is it lack of sleep or are you just that goofy?
It depends on my mood. But yeah, I'm pretty goofy, especially when I'm around my friends. Like, obviously the twins are my friends, but when I'm around my other friends too, it's
it gets crazy.
It's Nicholas Unleashed, and so literally, but like
We're not there to supervise.
I'm being dead serious. Like on stage, and like when I'm around people, like in a concert setting, I'm not saying I'm a fake person at all. Because I love that fun, but I'm also very focused on the task at hand, like whether it's tearing down or whatever we're doing. I'm very focused on
golf.
it. And so because of that, I love to have fun, and I'm very, very goofy, but I'm goofy in different ways. Like Clayton is kind of like the clown on stage and like very much like talks to everybody, whether they want him to or not.
Nicholas is a morbid goofy.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Speaking of the conversation we were having yesterday, we were talking about, okay, I'm just going to say it, and I'm not going to say everything I said, okay?
No.
No.
here we
I'm
go.
not going to say everything I said, but we were talking about field trips, like school field trips and different cool trips and places to visit. We were talking about
senior trips.
Washington, D.C.
No,
okay?
don't bring this up. I brought it up, but I said
Okay, we were talking about Washington, D.C., and we were talking about the cool different museums they have, and one of the coolest, when I say cool, like one of the most interesting, and that's what I mean, we had this conversation. One of the most interesting museums they have is the Holocaust Museum. And I was talking about
a good
how
museum.
it is a very good museum. If you haven't been to it, you definitely should go to it. But what I was talking about...
It's a very serious.
Yeah, it's a very
idea of a
serious, like
place.
a very terrible thing that happened during World War II with, the concentration camps and all of that stuff. And so, but I hear these people tell me, they're like, oh my word, I love the Holocaust Museum. And I'm like, I don't think you should love that. Like, I think if you love that, that's a problem. Like, maybe you should be investigated. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're
But
saying they
anyways, that was
appreciate-
just a hot take kind of a thing.
I think you can appreciate
but-
the message of it. I think
Yes,
is what
but
it
that
was.
doesn't mean that I'm gonna love it. It's like our grandma; she loves movies about people dying, like Heaven is for Real, and all of these movies, which are good movies. But I mean, let's just be honest. When it's Sunday night and you're like, oh, let's get the popcorn and pizza.
Hogan's Heroes.
I don't want to pull up I Can Only Imagine. And then it be like the drugs and the abuse. And then it's like they're riding in the car and all of a sudden, car accident, brain damage. And then they're in the hospital. Then they're in the hospital and it's like, pass the chips. Pass the
I think we
You know
just
what
don't
I'm
like
saying?
those dark movies.
It's
Yeah.
like I need some uplifting, like whoa, that's good, and like some inspirational, like I'm,
How was that?
Nothing against sad movies.
I
We've
don't know
got
what-
enough of that going on in the real world. Anyways,
right,
moving on
last-
to the rest of the questions. I'm sorry.
2 more questions.
I saw a very good one. Can I bring this?
Absolutely.
There are 2 questions here. When are you coming to
to
South
Canada.
Africa? Nope.
Go ahead.
There are 2 questions here. One is, when are you coming to South Africa? The answer is, we have no idea.
Maybe someday.
The other one, I've been to South Africa. Love South Africa. We would love to come.
But the shows were a flop.
Well, they were.
What was the flop?
I was on a mission trip. There were no show. When are you coming back to Canada? Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to announce the One Hope Canada 2025 tour! And And this ties in with another person asking, will you come to Saskatchewan? The answer is yes! We are coming!
I thought you were going to say
no.
No, Saskatchewan is a part of Canada, boys.
Yeah, boy.
You got to do your research. I mean, it is going to
I'm
be the
ready.
51st state. I mean, I'm just kidding. I am not for that, by the way. I don't think you guys should be the 51st
I am
state
ready.
because we love coming and visiting so much. It would make it easier. We wouldn't have to have our passports
is
to come
valid.
visit you
But,
guys.
dude, I'm ready for
But
Tim
anyways.
Hortons. I'm ready for poutine. I'm ready,
ready
for
for-
all of it.
The chicken snack wraps at McDonald's.
Yes.
Oh
It's
yes,
gonna
McDonald's
come
chicken
back.
snack wraps in Canada. It's the bomb. We love
And
Canada.
the people,
here's
you
the
guys
deal.
are so lovely.
Here's the
Thank you,
deal.
guys.
Tuesday, May 20th, we are going to be in Winnipeg. Wednesday, May 21st, we are going to be in Winkler. Thursday, May 22nd, we are going to be in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Sacagawea.
Friday,
Sacagawea.
May 23rd, Edmonton, Alberta. Okay, we are coming all the way up to Alberta. And then Monday, May 26th, we are going to be in Calgary, Alberta. And we are
Yeah.
going to be all over the place. We may be adding a few more dates to Canada. So if we didn't mention your city or your province,
If you live in Banff, let us know. We would
Yes,
love to go to
we would
Banff.
love to go to
We'd
Banff
love to
as
go to
well.
Banff. Yeah.
But we love you guys in Canada, and so shout out to you guys. We're coming to Saskatoon. We're coming all over the place from Ontario to Alberta.
The Google Life tour.
The Google Life. Google it. Google good life. Hey, can you pull up more questions? I really want to do more questions. What is some advice for aspiring songwriters?
Run.
The answer is
Here's what
do
you do.
not songwrite. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Pick up the pen. You take the pen. You chuck it. You messed up my joke.
I'm sorry.
You take the pen. You pick up the pen.
You put it down. You put it down.
and you leave it there. No. What I was gonna say is, you take the pen, you pick up the pen, you burn the pen, and then you go to bed. Okay.
No. Then you write a song about that.
You pretend this pen is the pen. Okay? And you go.
We're kidding. Songwriting is
A car alarm legit just happened.
Songwriting is a labor of love, okay? You have good days and you have bad days, and you have some days you really hate the songs you're coming up with, and then you have other days that you're really excited about it. And would you guys like to give any advice on songwriting? You guys?
Honestly, if you play an instrument, that's a huge plus.
Yeah,
I'm not even
it
joking.
really is.
Our grandpa would say, you don't need to write songs originally. You just need to take people's songs and write to them, and then come up with your new melody after you write with it. So if you really like the song At Calvary, just write to At Calvary, and then that's what Grandpa would say.
That's what
But
Grandpa would
I'm not saying that's
We've never done that.
no, but
I have never done that.
I'm sure
I
it's
promise.
a great idea. I'm sure it's a great idea.
Here's one thing.
He's a missionary in Papua New Guinea. So
Some of the
yeah.
greatest songwriters, period, in the world have said. Like I know one of them. He said, he wrote.
What did I say? No, kidding. Tell me, what did I say? I don't remember. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was
I'm
funny.
sorry.
That was funny. That was funny.
He said he was trash at songwriting, but he basically wrote
What's his
one
name?
or two songs a day.
Edward.
Edward Sheeran.
He said he wrote like one or two songs every single day, and just in songwriting in general, if you just keep on writing, and we are in the stages of the writing not the bad stuff, but
The bad stuff.
you kind of have to keep on writing.
Watch out, world.
You kind of have. You kind.
Three Heath brothers, heavy metal.
That's
You
not
kind
happening.
of have to.
That's not happening.
You kind of have to get the junk out, get the bad,
get the junk out.
not the bad lyrics. Get the
No, what he's saying is
Get
practice.
the bad words out,
No, he's saying.
so you can have good words. Yeah.
No, he's saying. I think what Christian's trying to say is practice makes perfect, and you have to write the bad songs before you can write the good songs. So next question. All right, last question. Love your podcast. Thank you.
But that is not the question. Thank you so much,
What
whoever
else?
that was.
One more.
We love you guys who watch our podcast.
Last question. Do you guys think you would ever have fans on the podcast? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Maybe down the road we can see that. I think we're trying to figure out what the future of the podcast looks like with guests. We have some guests already lined up.
That could backfire. I'm just thinking like you have parents whose like 2-year-old watches, and then we say, okay, we have Jimmy Neutron. He's 2 years old. Here's Jimmy, and then Jimmy's like, and then that's the podcast.
Dude, that would get likes though.
Comment down below if you want us to have Jimmy on the podcast.
We could do like a podcast show. I like that.
We should do it live
Isn't
with an
that
audience.
what this is?
No,
This is the podcast show.
no.
You mean like a live taping?
I mean like a concert, and then only they come and
No
see you in a
singing,
theater,
just playing.
and then you do a podcast at the theater.
What if we did 3HB After Dark and it was like the
Wait,
concert?
what's after dark? It's what?
Okay, so we have the concert, and then afterwards, like an hour afterwards, we start at like 10 o'clock. From 10 to 11,
Oh, that's
we do the
fun.
3 Heath Brothers podcast for all the
Oh, I
dedicated
thought you
fans
were
that
gonna
wanna be part of
say
it.
the three brothers.
After dark.
It's where we go light. I mean dark.
It's where we go. Light.
No, it's like dark. Light. Dark.
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 Light.
Dark. The spec.
Okay. It's pretty cool.
I know, Gordon. The spec.
I knew there was life on the spec.
Oh, what I found. Okay, thank you guys so much for those questions. I did find another comment from one of the YouTube videos. It says, "You came to our school. I told Clayton he was Sigma. He said, no, dude, you are." And then he says,
Plus 1,000.
Then he says, parentheses, plus the 1,000 Sigma points for Clayton.
All right, guys. Now it's time for food fights. Okay, guys. Actually, we're just kidding. There's no food fights this week. We are
didn't-
on the road.
we don't
I'm
have
very
jams
sorry.
with us
we
right
don't have
now.
jams with us right now. I think
On
we do
this
have
table.
some on the bus.
If you look off to the side, you can actually see in the camera. You can see the bus. It is too far away to go.
We don't want to walk. We don't have very much time
Yeah.
left, and so. But
The
here's
cameras
the deal.
are dying.
But here's what we're gonna do. Instead of food fights, we are gonna invite you to check out our friends at Yoders Fine Foods and Walnut Creek Foods, and they are just an amazing Christian faith-based company. Check them out to get your jams.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Dude, hey, I'm sorry, we have to stop. Nicholas today, he was talking about this story, and he's at the end when he's introducing, we believe he goes, and I just want you guys to know that God, no wait,
The Lord.
no, the Lord, he said, hold up. God, wait.
I don't
the
know what
Lord-
was going on with me.
What happens is when you do 10 shows in 5 days, you start to think you know what you're going to say, and then you say one word wrong, and then it's like,
Hey! Some kids were walking by. So, anyways, but yeah, so check out Yoders Fine Foods and Walnut Creek Foods. They have an amazing selection of jams and
They
jellies
do,
and so
yes.
many other things as well. We want you to check them out. And don't forget, next podcast episode is the championship between apple butter, hot pepper jam, and strawberry rhubarb, whatever it's called. And we are so excited about this championship. You do want to log in. You do want to hop on and view this podcast episode when it comes out. It is going to be so exciting. One of the final episodes of Food Fight, and then we're going to move on to some other episode segments as well. We're still going to be showcasing the jams and jellies and all of that, but we want to thank our friends, our sponsors, jams and jellies from Yoders Fine Foods and Walnut Creek Foods. Now, back to the podcast. All right, Christian, what time is it? What is it time for?
It's 4:05. It's time for Boys Gone Bible.
What is the Bible?
De Español Bible.
Oh, Bible.
I think
in
it's-
Spanish.
It's in Spanish.
hey guys, don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you get your Keys for Kids and Teenage Devotionals. These are absolutely free. All you have to do is scan the QR code or click the link down in the description below. We will send you one if you're the ages of 12 and under. You will get a Keys for Kids, or if you're the ages 12 and older, you will get an Unlocked. Is that right? Kids 12 and under?
13 and up.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah.
Keys for Kids is an awesome way for you to grow spiritually and for a daily reading devotional. If you've been looking for one, this is the one to get.
Absolutely
You
free. Click the link down below, and back to the podcast. The verse I have for this morning is 2 Chronicles 15, verse 7, and it says, "But you, be strong and do not lose courage, for there is reward for your work." And especially going through this week, in public school ministry. A lot of people don't know this, but we actually don't get paid to do this. And not that it's about the money, but we just have to have the funds in order to run the bus, to have all this equipment. And it's a lot of work, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into it. But all of that is so worth it because of the impact that we get to have on these kids and these teenagers. And just like what this verse is saying, as soon as my facial ID will work. But just like this verse is saying, but you be strong and do not lose courage, for there is reward for your work. And I do strongly believe that there is such thing when God talks about we have treasures stored up in heaven. And even though we will never know, honestly, what our impact will be to reaching these thousands of kids, I think this whole week in total will be 1,500 to 2,000 kids that we have ministered to. And that's a crazy number to think about, that we've actually been able to be a light and show Jesus to them. And we may never know what the impact will look like. A lot of it is seed planting, but God has a plan for every single kid that we sang to. And I know that the eternal impact is all that matters. But if you're watching this and you've had a couple question marks, let me just first say, you are not saved by your works. We are saved by grace through faith, and Jesus dying on the cross for our sins, because we've all messed up. None of us are perfect, and that's why we have to live by reading the Bible every day and doing our best to pray, so we can seek God and see what his future looks like. But you be strong and do not lose courage, for there's reward for your work. That's so encouraging for me. And so wherever you are in life, keep doing what you're doing. God sees you, and he loves you very much. Good.
Well, guys, we've come to the end.
That's pretty quick. This is
Yeah.
great. It's a quick one.
Not bad.
It might
This
get
is-
cut up. Then.
But guys, we appreciate you guys. Seriously, we love you guys so much.
And we're
I
going
mean,
on tour.
We are going on tour. Check out the tour dates below. We have tour dates coming up. We're going to be announcing a bunch of them very, very soon. You already know we're headed to Canada. We're super excited about that. We're going to be adding dates on the way to there, and they're working out all the dates right now. But we love you guys. We appreciate you. God bless you. God loves you. He made you special.
And he loves you very much.
This has been another episode of the Three Heath Brothers
Brothers
podcast. We
Podcast.
love you guys. Bye-bye. Now, I'm going to go win another game of Knockout.
Three Heath Brothers on Spotify, t-shirts on our website. Follow us on social, so when we make a post, you'll always be notified.